very strong punches, right hand, even through my left. I have, you see my thumb is swollen because I was holding it on my head and he was beating on my hand.
And that's why you got the bruise.
All right, fight enthusiasts. You know, when we speak about elite-level boxing, we're talking about men that do more than simply throw punches. We're talking about warriors who are designed to dominate, who make you feel every single punch. And in the realm of light heavyweight boxing, when you discuss sheer power, there's one name that rises above the rest: Artur Beterbiev. Now, this man is not simply powerful. This man is a force of nature. But here's the thing: what makes Artur Beterbiev's power so unique? Well, we're going to break it down through the eyes of Dmitry Bivol, one of the finest to ever do it in the ring, and his perspective.
Did you feel that your power hand was as effective as you wanted it to be? Or was this guy, was it like banging on an anvil?
He's like a wall, to be honest. I didn't throw my punches to break this wall. I was throwing
Perspective on what makes Beterbiev's strikes so deadly. So, let's start with the fundamentals. Beterbiev is recognized for his savage knockout power: 24 victories, 24 knockouts. That's not simply a statistic, that's a statement. Every time he comes into the ring, you can sense the terror in his opponents. You can practically sense the tension in the air because everyone knows one clean punch from Beterbiev can finish everything. But what precisely is it that makes those blows so lethal? From Dmitry Bivol's point of view, it's about more than
yeah, this is why I felt like my arm, my hand came inside of my head, you know, from
simply the sheer strength behind the punch. It's about how Artur Beterbiev utilizes that power. You see, Bivol is a master of technique. He's the sort of fighter that can deconstruct a person's style, understand their every move, and then defeat them at their own game. But when it comes to Beterbiev, Bivol understands it's not simply a simple game of skill, it's a conflict of wills. Beterbiev doesn't simply throw punches, he lands them. And when he lands, it's like a freight train hitting with you. His blows are tiny, yet they're explosive. There's no wasted movement. His hooks, uppercuts, and jabs, they all arrive with strength that seems almost predetermined. Like he's in charge of everything the minute his fist reaches your face. Let's speak about the jab. Most people view of the jab as a prep punch. You use it to assess distance, to earn points, maybe even keep your opponent off balance. But with Artur Beterbiev, that jab is a weapon in its own right. Bivol understands this better than anybody since he's faced the greatest. When Beterbiev jabs, he's not just poking, he's setting you up for something larger, stronger, and when that jab connects, it doesn't seem like a...
To be honest, I believe that it's the hardest test. Why? Because he's stronger. I know he's physically stronger than Canelo, and he has
simple poke. It feels like a warning shot. It makes you second guess your next step. Now, let's get to the core of it: the power punches. This is where Beterbiev's power is obvious. He's got this capacity to produce power from every position, and his body mechanics are amazing to witness. Bivol himself has pointed out that Beterbiev's blows have a particular suddenness about them. It's like he's got a sixth feeling about when to throw and where to throw. It's not simply physical strength, it's accuracy. He's surgical with his hostility, and that's what makes him so deadly. Here's what makes Beterbiev's punching power special from a technical standpoint. It's all in his core. A lot of fighters depend on their arms and shoulders to deliver force. Beterbiev? He utilizes his full body. From his legs to his chest to his arms, everything works in sync. It's like seeing a well-oiled machine. When Artur lets those hooks fly, it's almost like he's gathering all the strength from the ground up, all the way to his core, before releasing it with the stroke of a punch. His blows come from the bottom, through his...
he has good technique too. Many people talk about his power, but they forget about his technique.
Knees, twisting into his body, and then boom, out of the shoulder and the fist. You can sense that connection from the minute he plants his foot to when he lands that shot. Bivol, being the clever boxer he is, has seen this personally, and he's talked about how Beterbiev's strength puts you into a protective shell. When you're facing a person like him, it's not just about being hit, it's about avoiding being wounded. That persistent possibility of a knockout is constantly hovering. Bivol's approach against Beterbiev is one of meticulous counterpunching. utilizing his talent and ring IQ to negate that power. But even he's got to concede that it's a tough challenge. And that's the thing about Beterbiev's punches, they never feel soft. They never feel light. He's flinging bricks with every single blow. Even his body shots might seem like they're coming from another world. Bivol has spoken about how the body blows from Beterbiev don't simply hurt, they wear you out. You can watch the energy drain from an opponent after absorbing a couple of them. There's no time to recuperate. Every strike takes something out of you. And finally, you're left with nothing but a matter of time until the knockout punch falls. And here's another thing that makes Beterbiev's punching strength so unique: his ability to remain balanced while delivering these blasts. A lot of fighters, particularly with that sort of force, tend to overcommit. They hurl with such vigor that they lose control of their balance, leaving themselves exposed for counterattack. Not Beterbiev. His fists are hard, yet he's always in control. He's never out of place. And that's a large part of what makes him such a tough jigsaw to solve. He's calm amid the maelstrom, and that's scary for anybody in the ring with him. For Dmitry Bivol, this is precisely why Beterbiev not just about the power though. Let's be honest, the puncher. It's the way he utilizes it. He doesn't depend on a single punch to get the job done. No, with Beterbiev, it's all about continual pressure, wearing you down, and waiting for that one opportunity. And when that opening occurs, you know what comes next, bang, lights out. Now, if you ask Bivol how he expects to deal with someone like Beterbiev, he'll tell you it's not about matching power, it's about strategy, patience, and outsmarting the guy. But even Bivol understands that when Beterbiev lands clean, it's going to require more than just guts and talent to survive. You need the chin of a fighter and the tenacity of someone who's prepared to absorb everything he throws and yet keep going ahead. That's why some believe Beterbiev is a once-in-a-generation sort of warrior. His strength isn't simply a tool, it's his hallmark. It's the thing that gives him his identity in the ring. And when you're confronting someone like that, someone who's a knockout artist through and through, you can't take anything for granted. Every punch is a danger. Every movement is risky. And that's what makes Artur Beterbiev one of the most feared guys in the sport today. So, the next time Beterbiev gets into the ring, remember what you're watching. You're seeing one of the most powerful punchers in boxing history. And for Dmitry Bivol, he understands better than anyone Artur Beterbiev isn't simply a boxer. He's a force of nature. And when he strikes, he makes sure you feel it. Big time. That's the type of power we're talking about here. People, stay closely, because we're seeing history unfold every time these two extraordinary athletes walk in the ring. So, don't blink. You could simply miss one of the toughest punches you'll ever witness. That's why the boxing world is waiting with bated breath for the eventual battle between these two fighters. It's not just another fight, it's a collision of styles, of strengths, of mental fortitude. And when that day comes, when these two eventually stand across from one another in the ring, we'll all be seeing something spectacular. Because in the realm of elite-level boxing, it doesn't get much larger than this.